reacting to NBA All-Star fan voting, there was a lot of pushback with how the fans voted for these players in the All-Star game. And instead of each of us giving our reaction to the list and players that we missed, since there's 4 of us and there's 4 subgroups in the All-Star voting, front court for the West and guards, and then front court for the East and guards, we each were going to give our revised top 10. So, Riv, I'm going to start with you.
Let's go,
Eastern Conference guards. I'm going to name the guards that made it in the East that were top 10 in voting. So, in the East, the guards were Kyrie, number 1, Mitchell, number 2, James Harden, 3, which is, he deserves that. Number 4, Jaylen Brown, a bit too high.
Oh, my God.
Number 5, Trae Young. 6, DeMar DeRozan. I did not have Jaylen Brown.
You didn't. You're right. I apologize.
6, DeMar DeRozan. 7, LaMelo Ball. 8, Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh, my God.
9, Derrick Rose. And 10, Darius Garland.
Keeping Derrick Rose on there?
Nah, it's credit to a legend.
So first, what's your reaction? What's your revision?
They need a legend spot like the MLB did this year.
Yeah.
That would be tough.
They did that with Dirk and help me out.
Kobe.
No.
It was Kobe or D Wade.
No.
It was Dirk and D Wade.
Maybe it was D Wade, but I know for a fact it was. Yo, you're 100% right. I apologize.
Couple things. No Jaylen Brunson up here was shocking. Especially with New York behind his back. I thought he would get a little bit more votes. But then his teammate getting more votes than him was hilarious, who doesn't even play. And that's Derrick Rose. So I thought, that's kind of weird. But D-Rose is a legend in his own right. He gets votes every single year, I feel like. The fans love him. He does no wrong in other people's eyes. He's a fan favorite. So I'm not too mad about it. I just think fans need to be a little bit more serious here. And then I thought Tyler Herro should have been up here. I definitely thought he should have been in the top 10. I think he's
over who?
He's a dog.
Well, I have a list, and I'm about to say my list. I just think he's been really good this year. You got to give him credit where credit is due.
Okay.
My revised list is, because I didn't really have too much problems with the top 5.
I agree.
I think D. Mitch should have been 1. I think he's been clearly the best guard in the East. I had Kyrie at 2. I had Jaylen Brown at 3. I had Harden at 4. I had Tyrese Halliburton at 5. I had DeMar at 6.
Okay, where's Trae?
I have Trae Young at 7. I have Jalen Brunson at 8. I have LaMelo at 9. And I have Tyler Herro at 10.
No Garland.
No, I think these 10 guys, and I still think Garland's better than a few of these guys. But I think this year, based off this point in the season, those 10 guys, I think, definitely deserve the nod. Trae Young, even though his efficiency isn't good, you still got to put him up there. I think
29 and 9.
D. Mitch has been the best guard. Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, James Harden, they've all been amazing. Hallie, what he's done with Indiana, you got to give him respect. Brunson, what he's done with the Knicks, you got to put him up here. DeMar is still the same DeMar. You got to keep him up here. And then LaMelo, since he's came back, he's been amazing. They haven't been utilizing him right, but he's still been good. And then Tyler Herro, like I said, he's been playing elite basketball, so you got to put him up there too. But I think for the most part, the East guards, they had it right outside of D-Rose. I think in adding Tyler Herro would have took his spot, but I think for the most part, they had it right.
So just to give you some, feedback on your list. For one, Jalen Brunson, I love it,
Absolutely.
In the offseason, I called him a star, and, the giggles came out. Top 10 All-Star in your East guards. I love it.
I respect when respect is given.
Okay, but
Knicks tape.
Listen, you didn't have Bradley Beal. No. You don't think he deserves to be in here?
Not the top 10.
Okay. Zach LaVine, not here either. Then I'm looking Fred VanVleet off here. I understand that.
Come on.
No,
I understand that.
He's injured.
No, fuck no.
He's playing hurt.
DeJounte Murray.
No,
not in 10. There. Okay, so the Brunson over DeJounte's a thing. Okay, I like it. I like it. And Drew Holiday. No Drew Holiday.
Not top 10.
Okay.
I think these have been, right now, the top 10 guards in the East.
Okay. That's and fair. Shout out to Dante Thomas for donating $100 in the chat. I'm rocking with these podcasts and takes from everybody, bro. I look forward to them every week. Y'all keep killing it for real. We appreciate it, Dante.
Thank you, Dante.
Wow, that was amazing. $100, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, so I like your list. I do. Definitely, I like Tyler Herro being in there. I feel like people underrate him a lot. Yeah, it was a good list, and I'm glad that Brunson made it too.
Of course.
No, Brunson needed to make it for sure. If you just swapped Brunson and Derrick Rose with this list, I'm sure no one would have had a problem, honestly. Because people love Garland also.
I love Derrick Rose. Yeah. He has to go.
He does.
He has not played
He's a legend
much.
to the game.
He is, but let's be serious here.
Nah, it's a fact.
He shouldn't take away a spot from someone else.
This is like Udonis Haslem taking away a spot from a rookie. Seriously,
Okay.
it's like you don't need
All right.
to.
You saw how he said he like modeled his
I didn't
his
entertain
game
that
after
dumb shit.
LeBron. Yeah, no, respect.
insane.
Respected it.
Insane.
He said that shit.
How many games
Not
has
exactly, but
Beal
something around
missed
that.
exactly?
So he's actually played more than you'd think. He's played 24 games. So he's missed about like 14
That's
games.
more than Wiggins.
I mean, Wiggins missed the last 15.
He's played 22.
So like Mitchell has played 35. So he's missed 10 to 11 games. Which, at this point in the season is quite a lot. Okay, next up. Eastern Conference, staying in the East.
Sir.
Eastern Conference front court. The original is number 1, Kevin Durant. Number 2, Giannis. Number 3, Embiid. Number 4, Jason Tatum. Number 5, Butler. Number 6, Siakam. Number 7, Kuzma. Number 8, Bunkero. Number 9, Claxton. And number 10, Jared Allen.
Jared Allen, he did, yeah.
Nice.
He definitely deserves it. I mean, the top four are givens. When we did this a week or two ago, it was who's going to be that fourth guy left off. Right now, it's Tatum. I get it. No, the sky is falling. The Celtics still have the best record in the NBA, but the teams like the Nets and Nuggets, some teams have definitely caught up to them in terms of we're not winning 80% of our games anymore. But this top four, I mean, it's perfect. KD, Giannis, Embiid, Tatum. One of these guys are going to have to sit, unfortunately. I think you have a couple guys you expect there. Siakam, Jimmy Butler. I mean, those are two are, pretty given. Kuzma at 7, but Paolo at 8. He'd be the first rookie since Blake Griffin to be able to get into the All-Star game. I definitely think he deserves it. He's having one of the best rookie seasons we've seen in a really long time. Nick Claxton at 9. Claxton's been phenomenal this season. We're going to talk about most improved later. He might be a sneaky dark horse. He's been really good. He does lead the league. I know, obviously, being a big
Blocks,
man,
right?
you're going to be one of the tops in terms of field goal percentage, but he's 60 points higher than the person second, who's Rudy Gobert. He's having a great season, also around 2 blocks per game, career high in minutes, points, rebounds, and blocks. Cutting the hair, I was talking to one of our friends, Eric, who's a diehard Nets fan. He said cutting his hair, that might have been what did it. Go from last year to this year. I mean, he's had a huge
nice
jump.
Low cut. He has a very nice
does.
low cut.
And then who do we have at 10 here?
Jared
Allen. He's having a nice season as well. For the most part, I like this list. The one big snub was Julius Randle, I thought. Julius Randle, having somehow
Can you name the list one more time?
I got you.
There's quite a few snubs.
There's
one
one that
I have Bam.
been hurt.
Bam.
That's
Yes.
why
Bam and Julius Randle were the two biggest snubs. I think those are two guys.
Yeah, no Bam, which is crazy. I know I've been
there.
disrespectful to Bam, but you can't disrespect what he's been doing this season.
I'm very surprised both of those guys Kuzma got in over both of those guys being in much bigger markets, being in Miami, being in New York. Both those guys are probably having better seasons than Kuzma. I mean, Kuzma's a good ball player, don't get me wrong, but the fact that neither of them were able to get in here, Julius Randle is getting back to his, 2021 Julius Randle form where he's
surprising.
Facts. Brunson and Julius Randle with I know there wasn't a lot of expectations given on the Knicks, but I think they've exceeded whatever expectations were put on them this season. Yeah. Randall's playing out of his mind, and I was very surprised Bam wasn't in there. So my revised top
Knicks.
10, the top 4, however you want to put it, Giannis, KD, Tatum, Embiid.
You know how to put it, bro.
I would have had Tatum one.
I know.
Guy.
But
I didn't. The top 4, I didn't really honestly think this in order, but Giannis, KD, Tatum, Embiid. I still have Butler, Siakam, Paolo, and then the last 3 would be Julius Randle, Bam, and I would have Claxton there at 10 because I think out of all of these guys, in terms of who deserves their first All-Star selection this season, it would be Claxton over Jared Allen.
I don't hate that.
No Bam is the one that is really concerning for me because I think defensively he's the same guy. I think arguably you can make a case he should be Defensive Player of the Year, and then offensively he's taken strides in his game.
He has.
So I think him not being up there is crazy. Actually, that's
just been super aggressive.
Yeah, that's the one where I was like, I didn't hear him, and I was like, did they not say his name? Bam's definitely should be up there.
Let me hear. You had other snubs?
Yeah, well, I think the top 4 is perfect.
Facts.
The only knock on I have on it is maybe Joel Embiid over Giannis. That's it. I think Embiid's been that good.
Okay.
I agree.
Giannis just had 9 points against the Hornets. Come on.
No, I think you can say comfortably Embiid has been playing better this year than Giannis.
He has been. I think he has been. Claxton, I will be honest. I don't know. Maybe Claxton is the last player that gets in on it. I'm not sure if I'm ready to put him top 10.
Who would you put over him?
I think Kristaps Porzingis deserves consideration.
That's fair.
He's 4th in PER right now, and he's been averaging 20 points and like 8 rebounds. He's been really amazing for Washington. Then looking at other East front court players, of course, Bam Adebayo.
Yep.
So those are 2 players in Kristaps and Bam Adebayo that I think should take those spots.
Over your boy Randall?
Not over Randall. I think that Kuzma shouldn't be in here.
Yeah.
Claxton shouldn't be in here.
Jared Allen.
And Jared Allen shouldn't be in here, so I'd put Randall over Jared Allen. And then looking at other East players,
the only reason I would have Claxton is because of
Pascal
the impact
Siakam
he's had.
was on here.
Yeah,
Pascal
the impact
deservedly
Claxton's
so.
had on this Nets team. He's a big part of this turnaround.
Siakam has been
And
comfortably
honestly,
the fifth best
if I were
forward
giving the 10th spot to somebody instead of Claxton or Jared Allen, I would put in Brook Lopez in there. I think Brook Lopez.
I don't hate that either.
Has been an all-star this year. Has played at that type of level.
Still leads the
So
league in blocks.
I'd put him in there for sure.
I was going to say it's Claxton. Mm-hmm.
No Bojan Bogdanovic love.
It's not a bad one. It's just they're in the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
They are pretty bad.
He's been balling though. I can't knock that.
He's been really good. That's why.
I think All-Star game does value a little bit of winning to a degree though.
So I think
I
the
took that
snubs
into
in the
account
front
with
court,
me as well.
Bam Adebayo, Kristaps, Julius Randle.
Bam and Randall are two big ones.
I thought, and Brook Lopez are the 4. So if I were switching people out, Jared Allen, Nick Claxton, Kuzma would be out. I don't know if I could leave Moncaro out.
When did the
No,
voting
you can't.
start?
Yeah.
When did the voting start? Do you
December?
remember? December?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. First
You
fan
keep,
returns.
You keep Boncaro in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
We haven't
on
seen
to
a rookie
the-
season like this in a long ass time. But I'm not even counting Blake Griffin because that was his rookie season, but that was year 2.
Yeah, that's true. Now, on to the Western Conference guards. I was tasked with this responsibility of revising this list, and I thought this list was honestly ridiculous.
Bro,
Steph
what?
Curry 1, Luka 2,
They were
Ja
killing
3,
everybody.
SGA 4, Klay Thompson 5, 6 Russell Westbrook, 7 Dame, 8 Devin Booker, 9 Austin Reeves, and 10 Jordan Poole. So for
I
me,
see nothing wrong with this list,
Pool
Riff.
party.
Do you?
I don't.
I don't.
I can't see like you. I'm blind. Pool fucking party, baby. Yes, sir. Get him in there. Get him in there. Now, do your thing, though.
I think players that are getting knocked out for me, Russ, Reeves, Poole,
Wait, Russ?
easily. Clay is on the
fuck?
bubble.
Yeah, Russ
Bro,
was
he was
6,
6.
bro.
What?
Yeah. He was over Dame and Booker.
Nuts.
Clay is in the bubble for me. There's just a lot of great guards. Number 1 is Steph. Number 2 is Luka. And that's interchangeable. I could even have Luka over Steph. It doesn't matter.
It's killing everybody. Right?
Yeah.
Ja is 3. 4 is SGA. 5 is Devin Booker due to some missed time. 6 is Dame.
Yep.
I think when healthy, he's been still one of the top guards in the league. 7, De'Aaron Fox.
I
He was
respect
not
that.
here.
Makes
De'Aaron
no
Fox
sense.
deserves
He's
to
not
be
here.
an
I
all-star
respect
this year.
Whoa.
Nah, he's
Yeah.
been insane,
No, but if
bro.
he's 7,
He's a fourth quarter king.
no, I'm saying if he's 7, he probably
Anakin.
won't make the All-Star game. Realistically.
Nice, man. No, you're not wrong, but he deserves to be
No,
on
yeah,
this
he
list
should
at the minimum.
1,000% be on this list.
Number 8 is Paul George. Number 9, I have Anthony Edwards here.
Paul
But they have
George,
Paul
what are you
George in the
doing?
front court, bro.
Come on, man.
No, Paul George.
He's
He's,
on the front
listed as a guard on ESPN.
He's
But
in
they
the
have
front
on the
court.
He is in the
court
front
of
court
voting.
here.
Oh, okay, so never mind. So I'll take Paul George out. So instead of Paul George, I have Anthony Edwards at
There you
8.
go.
Number 9, I have CJ McCollum. And number 10, I'm just going to go with Klay Thompson. I wanted to mention some snubs because I think there are some snubs in here. And honestly, Klay Thompson could be higher. He could be 8. He could be over Edwards and McCollum because he's been playing really great for the Warriors. But snubs, I do think Desmond Bane has a case, but he's
Missed a
too
lot
much
of time. Yeah.
and that's really why. Devin Vassell has played great, but he's on a horrible team. But he's played at an all-star caliber level for sure.
Is he listed as a guard?
Yes.
She's 2, right?
Yeah. Anthony Simons as well is somebody that
Have
deserves
to
some
mention
recognition.
Anthony.
And then Jordan Poole. You know, although Jordan Poole made the top 10, I thought that was a bit too high, but Jordan Poole has been playing at that type of level. So I'm not going to knock Jordan Poole. You know, he's been amazing this season, but the guards are just amazing in the West right now.
They are.
It's stacked top to bottom for sure.
All right, so I was tasked with the responsibility of doing the Western Conference front court. I will read the 1 through 10 for the front court, what it actually is. Right now they have number 1, LeBron. Number 2, Jokic. Number 3, AD. Number 4, Zion. Number 5, Andrew Wiggins. Number 6, Paul George. Number 7, Lauri Markkanen. Number 8, Draymond Green. Number 9, Kawhi Leonard. And number 10, Kevon Looney.
You're gonna have the whole starting 5.
Yes.
We're gonna have
And
the
if
whole
we had
starting 5.
if the All-Star game ever had the whole starting 5 of the Warriors, you would never hear the end of it.
Well, it's not just the starting 5. I mean, the fans literally voted for Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Dre, Looney, and Poole to be on the All-Star game.
That's Golden
So they
State,
voted
baby.
for 6
You guys
Golden
are
State
probably
Warrior
the
players to be on the
biggest
All-Star game.
fan base
Yeah,
there
for
is
sure.
in the NBA. Absolutely.
Everyone's-
Listen, got to give
everyone's
credit where
fucking
credit's due.
front
You
runners.
It's the
guys
first
are
time I've seen Looney on the list. I'm actually
Looney's
fucking
nuts.
surprised.
So
He's playing well, though.
with all due respect, and I mean this with all due respect, there is no way Kevon Looney should be on this list. And
fuck you.
and I'll hold the same energy. Kawhi Leonard should not be on this list. So I'm just gonna read off my top 10. Of course, to no surprise, I'm gonna have King James at number 1. We're talking about the face of the NBA, still averaging 29 points per game at the age of 38. I mean, it's phenomenal what the King does night in, night out.
Joker should be one.
Number 2 is Jokic. Absolutely, the things that Jokic has been doing with the basketball, probably the MVP favorite right now.
Best
He's
player in the
been
league.
that great right now. I believe the Nuggets are still number 1 in the West. They have been playing unbelievable basketball, and that is due to the impact that Jokic has. Number 3, Anthony Davis. I do not care that he's missed time. What Anthony Davis has done on the basketball court this season has been phenomenal, reminding a lot of people who Anthony Davis is when he is healthy. Number 4, Zion Williamson. Super unfortunate that he's going down with the hamstring injury, probably going to be out for a couple of weeks. But what he's been doing since he's been back from injury has been phenomenal, averaging upwards of, 26 points. Last we saw him, he was on a tear going tit for tat with Joel Embiid, the guy who leads the league in points. Zion Williamson is a force to be reckoned with. Of course, he deserves to be on this list. I have Domantas Sabonis at number 5. Sabonis is having an excellent season. The efficiency that he has this year is, I believe it's a career high. He's been unbelievable, passing the ball, just putting an emphasis on him being the poor man's Jokic, one of probably the second best big man passer in the NBA, and what he's been doing with the Kings, probably the best player on the Kings, and that's a credit to him because of how good Fox has been. He needs to be here, and the fact that he's not is disgusting. Number 6, Paul George. Nothing really to be said there. Paul George is a fan favorite, plays great basketball year in, year out. Number 7, Lauri Markkanen. This is probably the leader, if not number 2, for most improved, depending on how you see the most improved award. Lauri has been amazing on the Jazz. They've exceeded all expectations, and that's in big due part to Lauri Markkanen in his game. Number 8, Jaren Jackson, who defensively this year has been up there for Defensive Player of the Year as well. I believe he's holding his opponent to less than 40% when he guards them. I believe he's number 2 right now in blocks per
number
game.
1.
Number 1 in blocks.
He's over 3 blocks per game at this
I mean,
point.
I think he
He
also.
hasn't
I think
played
he's.
much?
I think he's.
22 games. Yeah.
So I have a stat that I'll read it later once I'm done with my top 10. Number 9, Andrew Wiggins. Yes, he has missed 15 games in a row, but
He's played the same amount as Jaren Jackson.
but for the fact that when we saw him last, over 50% from the field, 45% from 3. I mean, the impact that he has on the court is felt, especially when he's not there. It's super unfortunate that he's been hurt. And lastly, number 10, Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon has not been getting a lot of respect, and you came at our boy, John Tortorelli. Shout out to our guy over
Shout
here.
out, John.
But you came at him calling him a casual for saying that he wanted Aaron Gordon over Andrew Wiggins. And listen, calling him a casual was super
Well, you
strong.
just have Andrew
no,
Wiggins
I
over
do
him.
have him
Okay.
over him. There's reasons, of course. Last year, what he did with the finals, and the fact that it carried over early into this season, it's credit to what he's done with his game. But it cannot be ignored that this guy is the second best player on the best team in the West, averaging 17 points per game, and is one of the best defenders on the team, if not the best defender on the team. Aaron Gordon has showed out. This is easily a career year for Aaron Gordon. He definitely deserves to be on this list. And a snub that I have is Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant was the one guy that I did have a tough time leaving off this list for the fact that he's averaging 23 points over being just under 50% from the field. He's been super great this year for the Blazers, especially in time periods where Dame has been out. He's had to step up alongside Anthony Simons. He's done a great job this year. I know you're going to be upset at me, Riv, for not having Draymond Green because of the impact that he has, absolutely. But I just look at these guys. Listen, absolutely. Credit to Draymond Green. I'm just looking at these guys, and I think that they deserve the nod over them.
So no Christian Wood. All right.
No Christian Wood, King. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to disappoint you
Damn.
there.
My goodness.
Better than Siakam.
Ah, man.
Christian Wood's having a great year.
He is
Christian
having a
Wood
really
is
good
having
year.
a really good
But I'm
year.
sorry, he's not having a better year than these
No,
guys.
he's not.
Dre snub, baby.
I will say, I don't mind Draymond snub. I think Aaron Gordon has been the second best player in the Western Conference, and Aaron Gordon has been amazing. I mean, the main argument for him is the efficiency, but being the second best player on the best team in the West,
Definitely.
and that's one of the main arguments for Jaylen Brown in the East. He's the second best player on the best team in the East.
He's also averaging 27.
Yeah, you have to stop.
You're
Enough is
comparing to
enough.
Aaron Gordon. Come on.